What's up, my Star fam? So, I posted a video yesterday that I want to talk about. It was about a past life that a child remembered that he had in Syria. And at the end of the video, I said, hey, if you have a child and your child at a young age started talking about their past lives, post about it in the comments. I'm very curious. And there's like over 1,200 comments now about people who had wild experiences with their children who talked about past lives at like a very young age, which I think is absolutely fascinating. So I'm going to read a few of them here. All right, so here's one. My niece put her hands on my face when she was about 3 years old and said, I love you. I remember when you were my daughter. Imagine that. My son told me he chose me as his mom because his previous mom was really mean to him, and he saw how loving I was with his brother, and he wanted to be loved like that, which is so sweet. It's like, I see how much you love my brother. I want that mom. So this one's a trip. My daughter at 3 years old told me she died with planes crashing into a building and people falling. She was born 7 weeks after 9/11. Whoa. There's actually the second person who said their child said they were in 9/11, which is kind of a trip to think that like people who died in 9/11 are back here and they could be like 20 years old. Like, what? My daughter pointed out the pituitary gland in a diagram in a book. She told me it was used to speak to the universe. She's 6 and couldn't read. Yeah, the pituitary gland is definitely used to speak to the universe. That's like the third eye, essentially. It's like the mind's eye. And I love that your child knew that in some universal, magical, cosmic way. My youngest sister would at times talk in her sleep, and she spoke French. She quit about 5 years old. You know, a lot of people like they say around 5 years old is when you all the like past life stuff, all those memories fade, and you're more grounded in just like this life, this reality. My 5-year-old told me he's from the Lyrian star system, and he told me that dolphins are a form of aliens, and that's why they are so smart. I kind of believe him. You know what, Heather? I kind of believe him too. I kind of believe him too. Love those star children from Lyrian, Palladian, Syrian. My son asked his dad, do you remember when I took care of you? My husband's grandmother raised him. I've never seen him cry like he did in that moment. That's so sweet. Oh, imagine that. Like your grandmother is taking care of you, and all of a sudden, your grandmother who took care of you comes back as your son and is like, hey, do you remember I took care of you?